97X. If you were listening yesterday, my stupid product of the day was a book about Tinder nightmares, which I do want to read because I don't know why. I like hearing about other people's bad dates because I have also been on quite a few. And I think every single one that was bad that I've been on probably came from, meeting them on a dating app. I don't think I've ever had a bad date meeting somebody in real life. I don't, because you kind of get a better sense of what they're about and who they are when you're meeting them in person, and then you decide to ask them out. But on social or on a dating app, it's kind of a gamble. And I was like, I want to read this book, but I also want to hear from our listeners. Like, what is your worst dating app experience? And there's quite a few good ones. And I even headed over to Reddit and saw some submissions there. And one of mine that I can think of is I met this girl on, I think it was OkCupid, and we decided that we were going to go out, the little sports bar. We were going to eat, grab a beer, watch a game, because she also was a football fan, and we were going to watch the Niners play. That's fine. I don't really care about the Niners that much, but I love a good game. It was very clear, by the way, that this was a date. Like, this wasn't us hanging out. Well, she brought her friend, who was a guy, who then proceeded to kind of just be a dick all night. I'm like, why? Either he was crushing on her or was very protective of her. And she goes to the bathroom at some point, and he starts just interviewing me, basically. Like, dude, you're not her dad. Why are you acting this way? And it kind of got to a point where it pissed me off. And then, a couple more minutes go by, and I'm just sitting there fuming because I can't believe she brought this dude to what we established. I can show you picture proof from it, because I still have the conversation, because I still think I have my OkCupid account, where it said, date. All right, why is he here? So I did something I'm not proud of. I'm like, look, I was going to pay for you, but you brought somebody else. I ain't paying for him. So I left before I stuck them with the bill. I'm not happy with it. I'm not, okay? But the guy kind of pissed me off, all right? Because he was being an ass. Did I do something wrong there? Maybe. Did she also do something wrong by bringing this guy? Maybe. And I understand, being apprehensive and cautious when it comes to meeting strangers that you've been on a dating app for the first time. That's fine. But you could easily you go to a place where you're familiar, where people know who you are. That's an easy choice. You could be in constant contact with your friends, or you could even plant them in the bar somewhere. But she brought him and sat with us. And that was a line that just, I felt like she crossed. Like, I understand you being cautious. And I understand not trusting, because we talked for a week. I don't understand why she didn't trust me. But she brought this guy to sit with us. And it pissed me off. And him being an ass just also pissed me off. And I might not have handled it that well. But, that was like 4 years ago. Nothing we can do now. Some of the comments that you guys wrote were pretty great. Jennifer, her bad dating app experience was, the profile said they were 6'2". All right, I'm going to stop you right there, Jennifer. No one in their profile that says 6'2" is actually 6'2". All right? It's just a lie. It doesn't happen. People who are really tall, I don't think they advertise it that often. Unless they're women, actually. Women do advertise that they're tall because for some reason men have a hang-up about that. But also, I don't know, because I'm not looking for men on dating apps, but I assume that they're not going around bragging about their height. But anyway, she says that the profile said that they were 6'2", drove 3 hours one way to meet them, and which again I would not do. 3 hours? No. Even if we met halfway, I still probably wouldn't do it for a first time meetup. Unless I was guaranteed and I had in writing that there was going to be sex. And their height was 5'3". Wow. That is a big difference. Like there's a difference between people saying that they're like I'm 5'10". If I said I was 6 foot, that's not that big a difference, but people could tell still. But if you're an entire foot shorter than you're claiming, why be that way? Because they're gonna find out. If you agree to meet somebody, did you not think that, oh no, they're gonna think I'm short? Well, you kind of are. Not that that's that short, but it's a lot shorter than 6'2". Also, they had long hair like Rapunzel, which I think is hilarious that they wrote in the comments. I don't know. Did their profile picture not have the long hair? I don't know. Maybe. Forgive me if I screw up your name, but Pertania, she wrote that the guy showed up looking so different, but she was still nice. He said the pictures were 15 years old. All right, that's just sad. Okay. I think you could maybe get away with a 2-year difference, but you kind of have to stay up to date on your looks when it comes to dating apps. All right, 15-year difference. That's like something you'd see in a sitcom where I think I have seen that in a sitcom actually, where they're all excited to meet this young hot stud, and the guy shows up and he's like 80. He's like, yeah, that was from when I was older. No, that was in I Love You Man with Paul Rudd. Okay, and Ash wrote, met a guy on Plenty of Fish, seemed really sweet and nice and cute. Went to meet him, and he was just sitting at the park, no car in sight. Okay, but then he came over. His dating profile pictures were at least 15 years old and 200 pounds ago. He was missing teeth and smelled horrible. I tried to be nice and chat, but the smell got so bad I had to make an excuse to leave. Then he asked me for a ride. So I gave him a ride, and I'm not joking. I had to go buy spray for my car and clean out. It was so bad. I am so sorry that happened. I mean, good Lord. And another example of somebody using 15-year-old pictures. Also, why are you – look, I'm not saying that you can't be out dating if you don't have a car. But if you don't have a car, maybe you shouldn't be out dating. Okay, maybe I am saying that. Yeah, you really need to focus on yourself and getting your act together if you're going to be on any kind of dating website. Also, don't meet at a park, because that's some serious serial killer vibe. I don't care if it's in the middle of the day. If I meet somebody like, you want to meet in a park? No, I feel like living. Also, last one, this person met somebody. They met at the guy's house, which, all right, for a first meetup, that's pretty brave of you to actually go over to the guy's house on a first-time meetup. But met a guy on Tinder, met him at his house, and put together some IKEA furniture willingly. So, okay. Well played, my man. You get a girl to come over and she knows that you're going to be assembling IKEA furniture. I like that. I might try that. It's like, hey, I got some IKEA furniture if you want to come help me set it up. Who needs dinner, right? When you can assemble Swedish furniture. And apparently they just left after that, and they never spoke again. So you went to the guy's house, put together IKEA furniture, left, and never spoke again. Was there sex involved at all? I don't know. But that's a hell of a first-time experience. If you want to get in on the conversation, just head over to the Facebook page and leave your comment. Worst dating app experiences you've had. Not everybody's on dating apps, but some people have some pretty bad ones, and I love reading them.